Hey everybody, we're going to review the WEN 4208 drill press, and it's a small tabletop type drill press. We got it just today, and so this is the opening, unboxing, and assembly, and we'll leave it at that. We'll test it a little later, but stick with us for the moment. And we'll make sure that you guys at least know what you're getting in a typical box when you buy this particular unit. If you hear a bird in the background, that's our parrot. Her name's Trudy, and she goes on the air whenever she feels like it. All right, so here's the box itself coming open. It's a heavy item when it arrives. This one came by postal service, believe it or not. We bought it through a major retailer. We'll let you pick and choose whoever you decide you want to buy it from. And of course, they're available online with auctions and otherwise. Instructions. We'll set those aside. I typically do read them. All right, right here in the box, if you'll bring that camera over here, let's take a look at what we see. You've got the stand, the chuck, here's miscellaneous hardware, and it looks like the stand post right here. So, I'm going to go ahead and lift these all out of here, and we'll get started with the rest of the stuff underneath. All right, there we go. And of course, packing foam. Out it comes, and there's what you got left. There's only two major elements in here. You've got the working platform, and you've got the head of the drill press itself, which includes the 3/8 or 1/2 inch drive drill chuck. All right, I'll pull this out, and there we are. And if you'll take that kindly, that box, and just move it off to the side, that'd be awesome. Thanks. All right, looks like we've got the unit here. Pretty straightforward. All this is scratch proofing. And here's the power cord. That's it. All right, let's get started very quickly with checking for damaged items. And that's usually what you want to start with anytime you open one of these boxes, whether it's made in America or made in good old China. This is not as greasy as some people say. You will want to note that this is indexed so you can actually rotate the working platform to get an angled drill. All right, there we are. Let me go ahead and open the chuck right now, and you'll see the real working mechanism. There you go. And that does have a preservative oil on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just set that right on top right now. I'll go ahead and make sure that the teeth are retracted in a way where I'm not going to harm them. There we go. All right, that's a press fit type of thing, so I'll show you that in a few. Other than that, here goes nothing. Chuck key, and there's a convenient place to install the chuck key. Somewhere like this or this. And there you go. So we'll show you all that stuff as we go. And let's assemble. The stand will be the first part. Woo. We'll drop those. And we'll place the stand post right on it, like so. Align the holes. There should be hardware right inside here. We'll go ahead and dump out the hardware. Here it is. I'm going to see what comes in there. got the handles, the mount bolts, and something to tighten some hex or Allen screws later. So here we go. Drop those right on in. And there goes that. Here's the third one. Go ahead and get those finger tight first, always. Make sure all your bolts will go in. Otherwise, you may have this entire thing out of index in case it requires one position only and it's not unidirectional or uni-installable or multi-installable, I should say. Anyway, okay, there we go. And in this case, let's see what size wrench will fit. That one fits. All right, there we go. There's that. All right. All right, those three being tightened now, go ahead and slide the working platform on. All you have to do is open it up wide enough to slide right over there, and then go ahead and just let it go all the way down and clamp it. All right, so it doesn't have a chance to slide around too much. All right, here's where you can take this handy wipe down towel and get rid of some of that excess oil right off the bat. So there you go, and here we go. Same thing here. Go ahead and get rid of the excess oil, because you're not going to be needing it. All right, you'll see there are a couple of what are called grub screws or set screws installed, one on each side here, and this is to allow for applying grip pressure onto this post right here when we go ahead and install this. So remember, we have the chuck on here very lightly, but nevertheless it's a press fit, so it's going to stay on there if you gave it any hand force at all when you pushed on it. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and put the head on the unit. And I've got an arm that's giving me a little bit of trouble, so it takes me just a little bit longer to lift things recently. But nevertheless, here we go. And we'll just go up and on. And there it is. We're good to go there. So this is where you go ahead and you tighten down the set screws using the supplied Allen wrench. There's one. Here's two. If you are gonna do the tightening, there's one. There's two. We're tight enough to get this video completed, and then we'll go back after it's broken in and we'll double check that all of these are tight enough anyway. All right, then come over around here if you will, please, and let's go ahead and install the three handles. They're straightforward also. Just screw them right in. All right. Pretty difficult to cross thread these, I would think. So no issues there. And there we go. All right. Again, we'll come back and tighten them. There are flats supplied, so you can get a good cinch on it without having to grip onto the chrome and tear up the chrome with a pair of vice grips or pliers or whatever you might use to destroy your personal goods. Me, I like hammers. All right, and you can use a hammer on this. Don't let anybody talk you into a sledgehammer. That'd be overkill. You can totally destroy this with just a typical household hammer. All right, time to go ahead and deal with the chuck. So what I'm going to do is suggest that you come right on up here. And of course, if you're worried about it, you can go ahead and install a piece of wood, you know, and yada yada. Okay, like so. And just come right up underneath, or even butt it up against the chuck. It doesn't matter. But there you go. Tighten down the platform. And then while you're working the camera on it, I'm just going to show what we're going to do. We're simply going to use the unit itself to make sure that the chuck is on nice and tight. It's on. That's it. And no need for use of a hammer in this case. All right, that gets us all the way up to the point where we are ready to plug this baby in and go flying. So let's see what we can do. This is going to work very well for my wife's home studio, which you can see in the background. She's an artist, and she works with picture frames quite often. So occasionally we have to open up the mouth, if you will, of the picture frame to allow for a wider canvas to go in than was originally designed. And usually it's only 1/4 inch or something like that. So we'll use this in a reverse router fashion and take the meat right off. All right, we're plugged in, and double check that everything is clear, because this baby is going to spin, and we're all clear. Let's go ahead and make sure there's nothing inside the casing. If you can get up here with the camera, we'll see if we can. There we go. Just double checking before we go firing this baby up that there's not some shipping stopper or something ridiculously stupid in there. That on page 1 of the directions it says, before you do anything, read these directions. Oh, and take this thing out or you're going to destroy your $80 investment. By the way, this was about $75, shipping included. All right, that completes it, everybody. So let's go ahead and fire this baby up, and there you go. Voila! We got magic. All you do is chuck yourself a drill bit in there or a Forstner bit and start milling or start drilling. This is Weekend Oklahoma. We've reviewed the WEN 4208 home drill press, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see more, remember, we're going to be here. Just come see us. We'll see you next time, and get a haircut.